Coach, there was a lot at stake tonight with your group's ability to secure the 7th seed and at the same time, win the Southeast Division title. For your group to step up and perform the way they did with all that on the line, how proud are you of them?
Extremely proud of this group. Being able to, like you just said, what's at stake, but more than anything, just being able to endure through all the things, the injuries, the bump back, guys in, guys out, and still come away getting the division and giving yourself a chance at a secured 7th for the opportunity to get into the playoffs. And so, I'm proud of our group for that, for being as tough as they are, resilient as they are, to continue to push through no matter the circumstances.
How does this provide clarity for you guys, knowing that you're going to be playing here again next week?
It's great to be at home. I think, in different ways we can say it, but we wanted to take care of home. We did it the right way. These last 2 games were very important for us. So I think it's great for our group to be able to do that in front of our home fans. I think that's a very big time.
You touched on it in that opening statement about the resiliency of this group. It obviously isn't maybe the main goal that you set out at the beginning of the season, but what does it mean to be able to say you won something, or you kind of maximize what was available to you with all the circumstances that occurred throughout the season?
I think it says a lot about this group, the group of young men on the court, as well as the coaches and everybody involved, that they stayed the course no matter what was happening, not getting discouraged, being focused on what we said we're going to accomplish. And I think this is one step. So you can enjoy this moment and, celebrate it, smell the roses for this second, and then we got to move on for the, next game.
You just kind of touched on it there a little bit, but you guys have the security, you guys have the clarity of what you guys are doing after these next 2 regular season games, but what do you want to see your team clean up, work on in these final 2?
And I think we came out in that third and shared it, moved it, defensively got after it. I think we're going to continue to hit home on those things. And when you hit the playoffs and the play into the playoffs, it's about the possession game. And how can you value the basketball? How can you make each possession the biggest thing in the game, no matter what? 1 possession at a time, taking care of the basketball, trusting each other, knowing the game plan. All those small details matter in these big games.
Your second unit did a great job tonight, 47 points. Just what did you make of the spark provided specifically by Cole?
I thought he was great off the bench. I thought he provided the extra amount of energy that was needed coming into off a back-to-back, being able to provide that spark, not just the scoring, but just his pace, his energy, he wore himself out, as you guys saw on that baseline. But that's what we need from him, and I think that's what he provided that group. The ball was moving. We played with a faster pace. We got up and down the floor. I just was very proud of what that second unit was able to come in and do.
You saw KCP leave the game early, said he was out with a sore left knee. Just how's he kind of doing right now?
He's okay. He'll be okay.
Is it kind of weird that Cole's had this sick? He's been sick in games before. Like, do you guys do anything about that, or does that just happen sometimes?
I think it just happens. I think Cole goes so hard. I think he spun around like 4 times, so that might have been the trigger. I don't know.
Coach, this is a team that you guys could see in the first round of the playoffs, even though they didn't play their starters tonight. What do you take away from tonight's game and just seeing how they would attack you guys on the offensive and defensive end?
You're going to see a lot of things from, Coach Joe. I think what he does is excellent in the way he mixes up coverages, mixes up lineups, mixes up matchups. You're going to see a lot of different things in that regard. Then offensively, you got to just know you got to sit down and guard. They're going to move the basketball. They're going to find some isolations, find some mismatches. And when you do, they make you react to it. And then finding the closeouts, knowing who we're guarding, knowing personnel, those are all going to be key if you end up seeing them again. Thank you all. Appreciate it. Thanks.
Didn't shoot it that well.
Cole, there was a lot at stake tonight with the 7th spot in the play-in and the Southeast Division title on the line. How pleased were you with your group's ability to rise up to that occasion and secure both of those things?
I think that was a great team win. Everyone contributed. It wasn't particularly a close game. Obviously, they didn't play the majority of their guys, but this is the league, and every time you step on the court and handle business, that's a plus. So big shout out to the team. That's a good win, and we got to keep building off of this.
What does a second straight division title mean to you guys in the locker room?
It's pretty cool. We're definitely hype about it. As you can tell. yeah, that's an accomplishment. It doesn't happen every year, so big shout out to us.
With all the adversity you guys have faced throughout this season, to get that division title, to be back at 500, to kind of secure home court in the play-in, everything that was kind of in front of you in the later part of this season, what does that mean to you guys, and kind of the resiliency that you've had to show throughout the season?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely, as you said, it's been an up and down season. We know we've had guys in, we've had guys out. I mean, I just missed a bunch of games. I mean, it's hasn't been our greatest season, but I think at the end of the day, we're in a position right now where we have an opportunity to, make the playoffs. And anything can happen in the playoffs. So I think for us, we just gotta focus on the task at hand. We got 2 more games this regular season. We got to finish out the season strong, and we want to hit the ground running when we get to that plan, obviously, and then the next round of playoffs.
Does finishing at 500, does getting to 41 wins, does that mean something to you guys in the locker room, or is that just something extra? I
think for us, it's definitely nice to get to 500, but I think for us, we want to we're obviously we want to finish out the regular season strong. We want to win these next 2 games, and we're going to take those seriously and focus on the task at hand. But for us, we want to, as I said, get ready for that playoffs, that plan, and we want to play our best basketball at that point.
Cole, first off, how are you feeling?
I appreciate that. I'm pretty good. Thank you.
No.
You can address it. It's all good.
No worries with the sickness or anything?
No, I'll be straight. It's not the first time it's happened. I'm going to be honest. It's not the first time. Sometimes you just got to get some negativity out your body. And you know what? The negativity tonight was reflected in some throw up. So, it happens. It's all good. It's a natural bodily function. Everybody does it at some point.
Switching gears back to basketball, you mentioned wanting to hit the ground running heading into the play, and that you guys are going to take these last 2 regular season games seriously. What do you want to see out of your group in these next 2 games to do that?
I think for us, I think we've been, as of recent, playing some pretty good basketball. I think we just got to continue trusting each other, continue making the right play, continuing to just let the basketball a lot of times determine, who's going to get what the best shot is. And so I think tonight we really, especially in that second half when we started turning up a little bit, we really we let the ball determine the shot. It wasn't sticking a lot. We were getting into the paint, spraying, making an extra pass. And so that was nice. And I think for us, if we can continue to do that and keep building off of that, keep trusting each other, obviously defend at a high level, I think we'll have a chance to have a lot of success.
Hey, Cole, congratulations on the division.
Thank you.
And talk a little bit about the playoff mentality going forward from here on out.
I mean, I think for us, and Mose said it's us last night against Atlanta, that was a playoff game right there. And so every game for us from this point forward and from Atlanta forward is a playoff game, and we have to treat it as such. Might not get a lot of calls from refs, whatever it is. Just for us, we just got to mentally stay locked in for 48, and I think we can do that. As I said, we're gonna have a chance to have a lot of success, especially in this postseason, which is what we're gearing up for.
Playing against a team like Boston that has done what you guys want to do, talk a little bit about that, even though some of their guys weren't out there tonight.
Yeah, and I mean, as you said, obviously, a lot of their dudes weren't out there tonight, but they're still a very capable team, and they have a lot of capable personnel. Obviously, Peyton Pritchard is a hooper. He still played. I mean, they're a very talented team, and for me, I'd love to see them in the postseason. That'd be cool. I mean, that'd be a heck of a matchup for us, and so I think that'd be dope. But look, as I said, you don't take wins in the NBA for granted. So that's a good win for us.
Cole, I understand Kenny left tonight's game, but just over these last couple of weeks, he's been playing a lot more in rhythm, just continuing to get better as the seasons continue to progress. What have you seen from him just on the court as you guys are gearing up for the postseason, and what are some of the intangibles off the court that has just provided another level of this team?
Is this a strictly Kenny question, like KCP question, or is this like all talking Kenny? Kenny, the young OG. He been hooping lately. Twin been hooping lately. He been doing his thing. He been shooting that pill, and it's great to see him kind of getting a rhythm at this point in the season. He's been shooting the lights off the ball. I mean, he's had a few games where he hit 5, 6, 3. I think it was that San Antonio game where I don't think he hit the rim once, and so that's great to see. And I like seeing my brothers eat. So my brother eat, I eat too.
Cole, you mentioned that you would love to see this Boston team in a playoff series. Obviously, they didn't have a lot of their guys tonight, but can you take something from this game specifically about the way that they played, how they kind of schemed everything that gives you a little bit of insight for the postseason if you guys were to run up against them in a series?
Yeah, I mean that team, as they're a championship team. Obviously, they had the pedigree, they had the experience, they had the personnel, they got the coaching. I mean, they're about as good as it gets. And so, I think for us, it'd be a great challenge. And me personally, I think I just love to see him. You know, I've been to one playoff series in my career. Would love to get a second one. And so I think we're on that path. We're on that path right now to get there. And so for me, honestly, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if we play. Obviously, I think for us now, it's either them or the Cavs, right? So, I mean, we get to the playoffs. Anything can happen. So I'm just excited to get there.
Thanks, Cole.